Diesel's like, nope. Outside. Outside. Go pee-pee. Outside. Diesel, come on. What is that? Get it. Yeah, baby. Nope. Well, it snowed. I think it's funny. Today is the 19th anniversary of me having a job, wearing a blue suit, and I don't have to go to work today. They called it canceled just because so many pipes at kids' schools in the area are freezing and busting. So, well, I'll come out here later and work on that. But right now, I got to get the heat on in the garage so I can do some work. Quiet neighborhood for now. It's a snowy day, waiting for something to come along to do because it's too cold in the garage. So I decided to grab up this wiring harness and just kind of take a look at it, since it might be one of the next projects I'm doing. So about a year ago I bought this kit. It's a 12 circuit easy wire kit. I think it should be sufficient for what I'm doing. I'm pretty sure it should be sufficient. There's no frills and anything in this truck. There's no radio, no hazard lights, which I would like to put in. I potentially would put in a radio at a time. I don't have any AC, but I do have heat. Yeah, pretty much that's all it is. This right here. Hazards, headlights, stop, fan, wiper. I don't have an electric fan, which I do want to put in too. Gauges, stuff like that. So this setup, pretty simple, it looks like. Nice and neatly packaged. There's a bunch of GM stuff in there that I really can't use. And I kept the old system. Why I say that this one should be fine, it's a 12 circuit. Well, this is the circuit that we had for the 63 when it was new. It was never changed. It's it. It's a 5 circuit. I'm surprised this thing never caught on. Well, wait, it did catch on fire one time. There's a red wire. Might be this one. I had to splice in a new piece about 3 years ago because it started smoking under the dash. It let all the ghost out. So I'm taking a look at this mess, comparing it to this one, and I think I might go ahead and start routing the wires. Garage, it's 14 degrees out there right now, or I'm sorry, 40 degrees out there, and it feels like 14. It's just so bad. So we're just sitting in here. They don't want to go out. I'll bring it back when I figure out what I'm doing. I know following my channel is like watching squirrels run around after glitter. I know. But I have to laugh. I got this as a Secret Santa gift, or one of those white elephant gifts at our Christmas party for work. And all I wanted was this sharpening stone for a knife that I typically use. And I had to get all of these things out of that package to get to this. And let me tell you what, that package was way more dangerous than that machete, that little axe, and that knife. Yikes. I'm going to put all the sheaths on these things, and I don't know, I'll probably get rid of them. I don't need that stuff in my house. What am I going to do? Run around like a 12-year-old boy? Nah, that's okay. Alright, so, of course, squirrels, here we go again. I got these little, like, fog light little things. I got them off of eBay. They were considered like a vintage 4-inch style. So they're incandescent lamps. My truck never came with backup lights, and I remember when my dad followed me home when I went and picked up this truck, he said, "You got no rear lights, you got no backup lights." Well, we didn't know at the time that these trucks were never with backup lights. So I thought maybe I would do something with whoops, my ground fell off, hang on. Maybe I would do something with these lights. So they do work. Pretty bright. I got 2 of them, so I might use these somewhere on the back of the truck, hidden underneath the bumper maybe. You ever look at something and wonder how it didn't start a blazing fire? Take a look at this. It's amazing that this truck never burnt to the ground. So I'm looking around at all these wires, and there's just wires just cut off and like wrapped around, no tape, nothing. See that? I didn't do that. that goes to the horn. So that's the horn relay. Right, I only had one horn in there. There's supposed to be a high pitch and a low pitch. I did separate this. This is all the stuff from the engine. That is from the behind the dash and then down into the cab because the floor switch is there right here. Okay. Plan is, don't even look at any of this. Just start with that. I'm not sure if I can find aftermarket type little connectors. I'm sure I can. I bet you if I went down to an auto parts store, just Googled it, I could find something. But I'm not looking at reusing these pin type connectors. I don't even know if you could. They look like they're melted into there. Anyway, we're going to be doing a little bit more research. I'm going to box some of this stuff back up. I got another heater out in the garage, so I'm going to go out and look at some brakes. Alright, so this is the old master cylinder, and I'm going to show you about this push rod and the bolt that's holding it in. So right now I've got it pushed as far back as this pedal will go mechanically. So this nut, or I'm sorry, this bolt is what they call an eccentric nut. It's kind of rounded, egg-shaped almost, like a cam lobe. So I can adjust this pedal just minutely by moving this here. So I guess the best way I could show you is by looking at this and then seeing this rubber bumper move closer. It only moves a little bit. Alright, I've reached max, so it's pushed out as far as it'll go. One thing I am going to do is I'm going to remove that rubber bumper and put in a brake light switch instead of using the hydraulic switch that was on the old oh my gosh, I can't even think. I'm sorry, on the old master cylinder. I mean, bench bred the master cylinder, but now I got a leak down below, right where this line, this one here, comes down to that intersection. It's got a little bit of a leak, so I gotta go down and fix that. So I'm sure a lot of you guys have been through a lot of very frustrating things with your vehicles, and I'm going to tell you one right now. If you've been watching this channel for a long time, you know that nothing ever seems to go right first try, nothing ever goes right the second try. It's always something I have to do over and over again. Well, I actually got to the point where I was bleeding brakes. Doing really well up front. Did really well left. Because it split, so I got really frustrated with the front when I couldn't get the right front to bleed. Frustration, I went on to the back, bled those out, they were fine. But I got back on the right front today, and here is my wheel cylinder from that drum. You know what? This is brand spanking new right out the box. You see that? If I flip it over, that one comes back. That one's jammed in there. This whole time I've been unable to get that right front to bleed at all, and I checked everything. I pulled every line, broke it down, and yeah, so I took the hose off, was getting fluid through there. Put the suction onto it, still nothing. It just kept reading vacuum, and could never get anything, no bubbles, nothing. So this right here is my problem. I'm sure of it. So this is going to conclude the follies of Shipwreck's Brake Part 3. So I'll catch you all later. I gotta go see if I can get another one of these and call NPD and say, hey, I want my money back. See you.